You. What are you doing here? Are you... You're a human, aren't you? Oh. Shh. Be quiet. We can't have anyone else hear you. Seems today is your lucky day. Well, actually, it's kind of my lucky day as well. Oh, no. It's fine. Don't worry. You're safe. I found you, so you're under my protection. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I just never was so close to a human before. It's... Wow. Oh, sorry. Where are my manners? Let me invite you to some tea and perhaps some berries. Yes? Oh, wonderful. Please follow me. I promise I'll explain everything. Alright. Now that we are away from the berry fields, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Thea. I'm one of the Fae that reside in this forest. And you're a human. Oh, you wander into our woods so carelessly. Yet somehow you almost never make it to where we hide. So, I was quite startled when I saw you there. Oh, I'm sure you've heard many rumors of what happens to humans that encounter the Fae folk. But do not worry. I have no intention to harm you. There are many of the Fae that have anger towards your kind. There are humans that harm our forest and harm nature. Of course, nature is what is most dear to us, so we don't take it well whenever humans come and hurt our home or our friends. But I believe that there are good humans. And you cannot possibly be bad when you have such kind eyes, can you? I'm glad to hear that. So, welcome to my home. But I'm afraid the journey here was probably rather harsh on you, wasn't it? You must have gone through the field of thorns. And your hair looks a little messed up, I'm afraid. Lots of tangles and some leaves and sticks. May I help you with that? Of course, it would be my pleasure. You're my guest after all. Oh, wonderful. Could you come a little closer, dear? Thank you. Now that I can have a closer look, I'm going to brush through your hair and remove all the dirt and leaves that got caught up in it. Please, if I somehow hurt you, you must tell me. I insist. The last thing I would want is to cause you any harm. Though I must say your hair is so beautiful, so soft, and the color. I envy you. You must receive so many compliments from the other humans. You don't? My, that is so silly of them. How could they not appreciate such beauty? Oh. Well, in that case, I'll have to make sure you remember how beautiful you are. How about after we got you all cleaned up, I braid your hair and adorn it with flowers and ribbon. Would you like that? Wonderful. Oh, me? I wouldn't exactly say that the other Fae are looking down on me, though I guess they do regard me as rather strange for my fascination with humans, but I don't mind. The animals are my dearest friends after all, and they would never judge me for my likings. In fact, there are many animals that also agree that there's many kind humans out there. For example, one of the crows that live near here, his name is Darek. And Darek used to be part of a flock much farther away from here. However, during a storm he got injured once, and the kind human found him and nursed him back to health. Yes, that human brought him here so he could be safe and find his kind again. Sometimes he still visits that woman and brings her little trinkets he finds. Shiny things, you know? Yes, it must be wonderful to be able to wander freely amongst humans and get up close with them. Unfortunately, someone like me can't really do that. It would be a little too noticeable that I'm not one of them. That's alright. I still get to admire them from the distance. And today, I even get to meet you. A real human. Right in front of me. Oh, it's truly the happiest day of my life. Alright. I think we got everything out of your hair. But now, let me give you a few braids. Yes, one of my friends, she's a fairy. She has the most gorgeous wings. And every time she visits, we like to do each other's hair and decorate it with flowers. It is something we Fae folk do amongst friends. So, would it be alright for you if I consider you my friend as well? Oh, I'm glad. Thank you so much. This is most wonderful. I will treasure our friendship forever. Oh, you have questions about us? Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you everything. Even though we're friends, I still must remember that there's always danger. The more humans know about us, the more we get ourselves in danger, you see? So please forgive me that I won't be able to answer all of your questions today. sure. I can answer that one. Magic does exist, of course. However, I'm afraid I'm one of the lesser gifted of my kind. My magic is a little limited in what it can do. I can help the flowers if they're injured, if they have broken leaves, broken stems. I can heal them. I know I also can help to tend to animals' wounds, but there is other fae that are much more powerful than me. There is one that I know, and one time there was a squirrel on the brink of death, and I was unable to help it. But she was able to save it. It was a miracle. Oh yes, I do sometimes envy them for the strength of their gifts, but it is alright. We all have our place here, and there's a reason we have the gifts that we have. And then with your first braid, let's add a second one, and then we can start with the flowers. If we trap humans in fairy rings, well, like I said, there's some magical creatures that are rather hostile towards humans, and, well, would you have crossed paths with them? I'll have to say it would have been rather likely for you to get trapped here, or harmed, or cursed, but not everyone does it. There are more like me as well. We just, well, I guess we are the minority, but it's not impending doom if you cross paths with one of us. Most of the time. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You're with me now, and you're under my protection. If anyone were to come here and try to do you harm, I would protect you. I promise you. If you're under the protection of one of us, the others cannot hurt you. It's against the rules. Yes, it's disrespectful to harm someone's friend. I'm afraid you can't become a fairy. There's no such magic that could turn a human into a fae. Oh, I guess maybe it's possible, but I wouldn't know about it. And I don't think I know anyone who would. Sorry. But you can visit me, of course. We can spend more time together and get to know each other more. I would love that very much. As long as you are okay with it. There we go. Now, let's get some flowers. I found these. Aren't they beautiful? I shall decorate your braids with them. suit you rather well. Oh, no worries. I will show you once I'm done. Aren't the sounds of nature just so soothing? I love listening to the leaves rustle in the wind and the birds chirping. Yes, it's wonderful. Nature is my favorite lullaby. Oh, of course, it's not time to sleep yet. We still have so much to do. Of course. After we're done making you all pretty, have some tea with me. And some berries. Yes, I freshly picked them back at the berry bushes where we met. Oh no, no worries. Eating them won't trap you here. I don't have use for such curses. I swear. All right. What do you think? Do you like them? Yes, it's beautiful. All right. Then sit down with me and have some tea, will you? Oh, thank you. Let me pour you some tea. Freshly brewed. There you go. Go ahead. How do you like it? You like it? Oh, I'm so glad. Well, how about some berries? They're healthy, good for you. These red ones, they're called currants. They're some of my favorite. They have a slightly sour taste, but I quite appreciate that about them. Here, go ahead. Yes, right? They just ripened to the perfect stage. Though, are you more the sweet type? I see. In that case, let me get you some raspberries. One ripe pink raspberry just for you. You like them? Oh. Wonderful. Go ahead. Have as many as you like. But now, may I ask you some questions about humans? Oh, I'm so curious. Why did you go into the forest? You were running away. Running from what? Are there humans that were mean to you? I'm so sorry. Oh, they were not mean. Angry? Why would they be angry at you? You did something wrong? Oh. What was it? You lied. You must have had a reason, right? For lying. You were embarrassed. Oh. I see. I guess humans are quite flawed. Well, that's okay. Lying once does not make you a bad person. You know it was wrong, right? That's good. If you can admit to your wrongs, you can fix them and make them right again. Well, I guess we Fae could also make mistakes sometimes. We just tend to make different mistakes than humans, I think. We don't really have many reasons to lie to each other here, but, I mean, our society works far different from yours, I imagine, so I don't think you're one of the worst humans just for lying, are you? You don't think so? Well, that's good. Everything that I've seen from you so far shows me that you're not a bad human. You must be good. Just flawed. That's okay. Well, I'm afraid I can't have you here forever. Where do you live? In a village. The village... No, bigger than a village. A town? A city? I have never heard of such a place. What is a city like? Huge. Oh. Wow. Sounds fascinating. Skyscrapers? What is a skyscraper? How do you reach the sky to scrape it? Oh, it's tall, like a tall building. A building so tall it reaches the sky? How can you build something like that without magic? Cranes. Oh, I would love to see a crane one day. They sound magnificent. Oh, you think they're ugly? Yellow, big steel beasts? Well, that sounds a little frightening, I admit. What else? I mean, other than skyscrapers. Lots of humans, yeah. Oh. Very little nature? That sounds so sad. How do you survive without nature around you? You don't see the stars at night? Oh, I am so terribly sorry. The stars are such a beautiful sight. Oh, of course, you can come here any night to watch them with me. It's because of the cars. Cars. I think I've seen one of those. Those huge iron things on wheels, right? That move on their own. That's also not magic, isn't it? It's like a carriage. But smart. Okay. I see you're more fascinating than I thought. Oh, I've seen a car once, but it wasn't really good. It hurt one of my friends. A deer. She was so sweet. Well, she's gone now because of the car, but it's alright. Those things happen. I'm sure whoever was in that car didn't mean it, right? Well, I'm relieved to hear you say that. But I'm sorry, I'm asking too many questions, probably. It's just really fascinating to hear about your city. But you'll have to go back there. No, I'm afraid you cannot stay with me. I cannot house a human, I'm afraid, and your family and friends, they would miss you. Well, even if you lied to them, they would still miss you. You're their family, after all. Don't humans stick together in families? They do? Well, I'm glad I was right about that. Then let's think about what we're going to do for you. Well, what you will do when you return to your family. Okay? So, first thing, you will have to admit to the mistake you made. Yes, and then you have to apologize for doing it, and promise to never ever do it again. But you also need to follow through. You cannot lie again. Emergency lies? What kind of emergency would make it important to lie? Oh, well, I suppose if it's about a surprise, then it's alright to have a teeny tiny lie, but no lying about important things. Oh, and you could bring them a gift. Yes, gifts are great for apologies, if you mean them. So, what could you gift? What do they like? The person you lied to. Animals? Well, that is nice, but I'm afraid I can't give you an animal to bring home with you. Let's think of something else. How about... I know. You will organize a stargazing picnic with them. Well, of course not in the city, but here. I mean, it's a person that's important to you, right? You love them? Well, then that's even better. If you love them, then I will trust them as well. You can bring them here, and then you can show them my friends. Yes, I will talk to them so they will come here, and they will visit you while you have your picnic. Oh, well, I suppose you'll have to get them to agree to follow you here first. That's a good point. You could bring them some of the berries. They're sweet, like love, and sour, like disappointment they might have felt when you lied. But after the sour, there's a sweet aftertaste. your apology. Oh, you think it might be too small? I'm terribly sorry if my advice isn't any good. I'm not that well versed in human etiquette, I'm afraid. Flowers? Pluck them? Oh, I don't know. They're gonna die. Do you really want to give them something that's dead? Isn't that like a bad omen? To give someone you love something that dies? Wouldn't you be afraid for your love to die as well? Oh, I guess I suppose you might not think about it like that. I'm sorry. I apologize for jumping to conclusions. I mean, in that case, I can show you where the prettiest flowers bloom. Yes, of course, I would love to. Just finish up your tea, and once you're done, I will take you. And after that, I will help you find your way back. I know this forest quite well, and I know where the crossing to the human realm is, so I can bring you there. I'm afraid I can't follow you across, but I will be waiting there for you when you come back with your loved one. Of course. It was so nice meeting you. And I'm happy if I can help you get your friend back. Your beloved friend. Alright, you finished with your tea? Okay, then let's go and find some flowers.